Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Daniela, and today I'll be doing the intro for the Graveyard Project Pan. So this project has been around for a few years now. It was created by Emily and Max. I'll have her down below. And it's a very fun project because you get around to items that you've either worked on before, you want to work on them again, or there are older items that you've had for quite a while or that you've kind of neglected using. I didn't do this project last year, but I've done it before. And yeah, some other things about this project. It goes from April 30th until October 31st, so Halloween, the theme of the project. I'm a bit late on actually joining this, as you can see by the upload date, but yeah, kind of wanted to join it last minute. There's some types of items that I'll be showing that I want to work on, and yeah, that's why. So the updates are every 2 months, which is more my style, because I'm really slow with updates. And usually it's around 6 items, but I'm gonna work on 9 actually, and we'll see how it goes. It's a lot of usage that I'm going for, but I'm hoping I can at least hit all my goals on these items. Now, the 2 categories that items can be is resurrection. So that's something that's either like that you've worked on before in a project, either you hit your goal or not. And then there's collecting cobwebs. So these are items that you haven't used in a while, they're getting old. And yeah, so I'll just get started with my items. So my first one is this Bite lip gloss in Raspberry Swirl. It's a very pretty pink. It's actually not this dark pink on the lips. It shears out and makes this really pretty color. So my goal for this one is to finish it. I've had this for quite a while now, more than a year, and I kind of just always forget to use it. And now that we're in spring and summer, I mean this project goes over summer, it's a great time to use it. I think this is like a pump type, so I mean the product would go down this way, I'm pretty sure. So we're starting up here pretty much like at the E, so this is pretty much full. It's one of my loftier goals, I think. After that, I'm working on some blushes. The first one is this Maybelline Fit Me blush in Deep Wine. This side held a brush, but I put in a little magnetic strip and just put some, these are some shadows I like to use as highlights. But yeah, this is the blush I want to work on. This is also collecting cobwebs. I don't really reach into it, so I want to make sure to reach for it. And I've used it a few times, but I don't think you can really see any wear. I want to use this 20 times. Looks like this. It actually builds nicely on the cheeks, and it's a nice pink color that'll work well for spring. One that I'll use in spring, but especially more in summer, is this Buxom blush in Mykonos. This one is their primer infused blush. It's very pretty coral. I've used it a little bit, but it's hard to see anywhere. So this one I also want to use 20 times. It's a lot more vibrant. But yeah, it'll be really nice in the summer. And then another collecting cobwebs is my ABH Emrezy highlighter. This is a very beautiful highlight, very versatile, kind of like champagne-y color. I have some wear, as you can see over here, but there is a ton of product in here. There is 9 grams. That's quite a lot, and you don't need a lot. It's very, very bright. For a while, I mean, I've had this for quite a long time, but it's still perfect. And for the last year and a half, it's been at my family's place, and not with me, so I mean, it's quite neglected. So I want to make sure to get back into it. This color works really well for me this time of year, and it looks like that, so very bright. But you can also like shear it out. It looks very beautiful. So I also want to use this 20 times. After that, I've got my eyeshadow palette. So this is the other 5 items are eyeshadow palettes. So first, I've got my Natasha Denona pastel palette. I haven't had it like too long, but I mean, at this point I've actually had it for a year, but I haven't used it a lot, especially it's, you know, it's not cheap, but I want to make sure to reach into it, especially now in the spring. Really want to try this one in the summer. And yeah, I'm just not really focusing on colors this second, so that's why most of the palettes I'm putting into this project are going to be colorful. So my goal for this guy is a total of 50 uses. So that means for every shadow I use, like, it'll have 1 use. So if I use 4 shadows in a look, that'll be 4 uses, and that's what adds up. And since there's 15 shadows, that's around 3.3 uses each, so it's not too bad. And a goal I have, which, I mean, it'll be hard, but I want to try to hit pan in the cream shadows, because I mean, if it's cream based, it'll go bad quicker than powder, so I want to make sure to get a lot more use in those. Those guys are Tulle, Illusion, Bora, Bubble, and Zest. So yeah, they have a little bit of wear. Like this guy has a good dip, but I still have a lot more to go. Then I have, my next one is another one I've had for a year now. It is the Revolution Roxy palette. I don't know her, but I just like this palette and it was on sale. It's all pinks. My goal for this is to use it 20 times total. So, you know, adding up each shadow use. And I want to hit pan in Vanilla. So this is like a setting shade. So I'll be using it. However many times I use this, I'm not gonna count towards that usage, because if not, like, I would just use it all on that side. And yeah, it wouldn't be as fun. So I want to see how deep these are, how long it takes me to hit pan in this, because these pans actually only have 0.65 grams, so they're not really that big. So this palette's gonna be perfect for spring. After that, the next sort of pastel spring perfect palette is the Nomad Harajuku palette. This guy, I mean, also I want to work on it because it's spring, but I have worked on this palette before in projects. So I've had it in my yellow, 50 Shades of Yellow project. So I hit pan on this guy, and I was working on this guy. I've hit pan on this guy before. I've had this guy in projects. So my goal for this palette, I've also hit pan on this guy in a Pendos eyeshadows. So I want to use this palette 30 times total, and if possible, I like to hit pan in the creams. These are kind of like a Super Shock shadow type of consistency. Like, I love this guy. Like, I've actually used that much. And I'll keep using him. But yeah, I want to try and hit pan in these guys. Also, it can be kind of a bit hard to use, like, the satin shades in this palette. Because they can be very frosty, but they can look nice, like, alone. As an all and done, one and done shadow. After that, we have the Revolution Looney Tunes Bugs palette. This is another colorful palette, great for spring and summer. This shade was also like a Super Shock type, but I moved it to another palette. So I'm not going to work on them, like I've hit pan on it, but I'm not going to include it in this project. So for this palette, I want to use it 20 times total, and I want to try to hit pan on the creams. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard because I don't think they're that deep, and I do have, even like this guy's got a good dip just from pretty much mostly swatching it, but yeah. These two are creams. These guys, I'm not sure if they're like the cream type or Super Shock type, but they're on the soft side. But these are the two that I want to at least hit pan on. And then the last guy is the Nomad Cartagena Mágica palette. So this guy was in the 50 Shades of Yellow project. I was working on the yellow golds up here. At first my goals were to wear away the pattern, hit pan in the shimmers, but it was pretty difficult, so I just changed it to 5 uses each. So I want to get more use out of the rest of the palette. This is great in the summer. I also want to try using these guys, especially in the spring, because I never think about these mauvey pinks, but they'd also be great for that. And yeah, because it's Colombia and I'm Colombian, I want to get more use out of this palette and play around with it. So for this guy, because I feel like I always neglect it, I want to do 50 uses total. I don't have like hit pan goals in these guys. I mean, these guys are like that creamy Super Shock type. So I could try to hit pan in those, but yeah, this will be 50 total. So sort of hefty goals, but I really want to get use out of my colorful shadows. I always kind of forget to, but I love doing that in the spring and summer. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please join. There's a lot of people that do this project, so if you look up the tag, there'll be a lot more videos to watch for this. And yeah, hope to see you soon. Bye.